Hey guys, welcome to Car Question. Here's James inside the Chrysler Pacifica PHEV, and let me tell you one thing, we're far, very far from what father and grandfather had back in the days. I'm thinking about the Chrysler Voyager 1995 or even older with the woody panels on the side. The good old days. I know you have good stories about those days. Tell me in the comment section down there below. For me, I'm a bit too young for that. Back in the present, the Chrysler Pacifica PHEV is a very modern vehicle, a very modern minivan. Here we have the limited trim with the S package. It means that all the chrome is gone and it's replaced by black accents. So we have a very aggressive minivan, and it doesn't look like the classic cliche, like it's big and ugly. No, that one is, yes, big, but beautiful. With that aggressive grille, LED lights, 18-inch black wheels, and also LED at the back. The paint, even if you have to pay a little more for that, this Phantom Blue Pearl is very beautiful. But we all know that the most beautiful part of a minivan is not the exterior, it's the inside. And inside, there's place, it's comfortable, and I like it. First of all, 10.1 inches multimedia system. You can connect up to 2 cell phones at the same time. There's 2 TVs at the back with Amazon Fire TV and Netflix, and even games if you want to play with your friend inside the van. The audio, it's an Harman Kardon, and let me tell you one thing, it sounds very great. The leather inside, you feel that it's a great quality, but one thing I really don't like about the interior is where you have gloss black. You can push on the plastic and you see it's moving, you see it's bending, and for the price of that minivan, which I'm gonna tell you later, it's unacceptable. I don't want any parts moving when I'm paying such a price. The comfort, vented seats, and you can even control your own vents at the back, which is very cool also. The Stow and Go, it makes such place inside the vehicle. There's already a lot of space inside, but the Stow and Go makes sure that if you take the seats down, it's a flat floor. You don't have the second row with the PHEV version because of the battery, but just for the third row, it makes a lot of space. If you don't have enough space in that minivan, it's because you don't know how to play Tetris. I also really like the cluster of that vehicle because it gives a lot of information, and most of the times it's precise. In the engine bay now, we're finding a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 adapted for the hybrid powertrain, mounted to 2 electric motors and a battery of 16 kilowatt hour, making 260 horsepower total with an electric range of 51 kilometers. For our American friends, 30 miles, 100% electric. For the charge, we're talking about approximately 14 hours for a level 1. If you're going for the 240, the level 2, we talk about approximately 2 hours from 0 to 100%. It's possible to choose the schedule of the recharge. So if you want to be off peaks, so it costs less for your bill at the end of the month, it's possible also. And in the cluster, the information is pretty precise. When you're turning off the vehicle, it tells you how much time it's gonna take on level 1 and level 2 to get the car to 100%. One thing I don't like though is the charging port isn't locking. So everybody can pass through and just release the charger and just go. On the road now, it feels like a minivan. You don't have anything less or more. The steering is a bit soft, but it stays precise. You don't have to correct it every 2 minutes. Other than that, the feeling of the brake pedal isn't great. It takes some time to adapt, but after a few hours, you should be great. There's no modes to choose if you want to drive full electric, hybrid, or fuel only. I would have liked to choose the modes between those 3 options, because when you're riding on the highway, you may want to use your engine because on the highway it takes less fuel, and in the city where the consumption is very high, you want to use your electric range. Also, the range isn't really precise in the cluster when you're riding, because as soon as you're going up a little hill or you're going down a little hill, in 1 kilometer you can lose as much as 10 kilometers, but when you're going down another hill, you're going to gain 10 kilometers and even more than what you had at the beginning. So yes, that vehicle can do 51 kilometers, 30 miles on the perfect day, but most of the times you won't be able to do as much as the vehicle is telling you can do. So you can't really rely on the cluster on that point. For the price now, first I gotta say, the Pacifica PHEV is the only PHEV minivan on the market, so you have to pay for that also. $68,735 taxes included, and if you finance it on 60 months at a rate of 6.99, you're going up to more than 81K. That's so amazing in Canadian, obviously, and it includes the incentives from the government. It's $10,000, so you can do your own math. It's so amazing. Would you be ready to pay as much? Tell me in the comment section down there below. For the negative points now, plastic pieces that are moving in the center console and the multimedia system. There's no modes for the hybrid, like I said. I really would have wanted that. Also, the regen braking isn't working as much as I would have wanted to. You have to put it on L, you have to look for it first. When you find it, you can see that it slows the vehicle, but it doesn't stop it. The cluster isn't too reliable on electric range. The 3.6 liter, it consumes a lot of fuel when you're riding only on that. The tires, change those tires. The Nexen, I know it's for the range, but it's so pitiful. It screams every time you're going too fast in a corner, and it's so annoying. Change that for great tires. You can choose whatever you want, but take those off. I would have wanted also an all-wheel drive version of that PHEV Pacifica, just as the fuel trim, and it's so expensive. But what I like though, the comfort, the place, the range is pretty high. The fuel consumption, I average 4.9 liter per 100 in approximately 150 kilometers, so thumbs up for that. The audio is so perfect. The look is really great for a minivan. The AC is working really fast. The multimedia system is working really great. And that 3.6 liter mounted to that hybrid powertrain is giving a decent amount of power, even if I would have wanted more, just like the fuel trim. So what do you think about that Pacifica PHEV? Would you buy one for your family? For me, if I had one, maybe, but for now, I prefer the sports car. Tell me in the comment section what you think. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you another time.